Hello and welcome back, my incredible AP Insight family. Abby Phillip here. The Supreme Court is moving fast today, dropping more decisions any minute now. And make no mistake, this could be the moment we've all been watching for, the court's take on President Trump's sweeping tariffs. We're talking stakes in the hundreds of billions, hitting giant corporations, family-run operations, everyday shoppers across the country. But that's not all hanging in the balance. The justices are also grappling with fundamental questions about voting protections, transgender rights, and even whether the president can outright dismiss a Federal Reserve Board member. We're turning straight to our legal affairs correspondent, Fallon Gallagher. Fallon, walk us through the heaviest hitter here, the tariffs case. Exactly what hangs in the balance if the court rules one way or the other. Anna, the core fight is over whether the president can lean on that 1977 statute, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or IEPA, to roll out these broad import taxes. And hold on, I'm getting word from our team inside the building that the opinion just dropped. I haven't fully digested it yet, but this is the one everyone's been anticipating for weeks. You and I have stood here on decision days before, wondering if this would finally be it. Looks like today is the day. I'm pulling it up on the site right now as we speak. From what I'm seeing, the Chief Justice is delivering this one. The court is ruling that IEPA does not give the president the power to impose these tariffs. The lower court decisions are being thrown out, and the cases are heading back with orders to dismiss them for jurisdictional reasons. Let me check the vote split. This looks like a 6-3 outcome. Yes, 6 justices saying the president lacks that authority under the law. All right, Fallon, keep pouring through it. We'll circle back as you get deeper. A 6-3 split on something this massive isn't the clean sweep some might have predicted on an issue of this scale. Let's bring in Lisa Rubin, who's also diving into the pages live. Lisa, what jumps out at you so far? Anna, this one is layered. It's going to require careful unpacking. Supreme Court opinions often break into sections where different justices sign on to certain portions, but not others. Here, Chief Justice Roberts is announcing the court's judgment and writing the main opinion, but there are several subparts with varying levels of agreement among the justices. From the breakdown, it seems there are 3 dissenters. Justice Thomas has filed his own dissent. Then there's one from Justice Kavanaugh, joined by both Thomas and Alito. On the majority side, or what functions as the controlling opinion, it's not a uniform block across every detail. Think of cases like Planned Parenthood versus Casey, where the court issues a judgment, but the reasoning draws partial joins from different justices. We'll need time to map exactly which sections command a majority. And as you're scanning, Lisa, quick clarification, since this is unfolding right now, is this landing as a 6-3 overall? It appears to be 6-3 on the key holdings, but not every single element of the opinion has full consensus across those 6. Fallon and I will need a bit more time to break down precisely which parts hold firm as the court's position. There are also separate concurrences. Notably, Justice Kagan is concurring in part and in the judgment, meaning she reaches the same bottom line result but through her own reasoning. Bottom line, we're looking at roughly 170 pages of dense legal analysis to sift through. This isn't a quick read. Folks, this is the kind of moment that can reshape executive power, trade policy, and the economy in real time. The president turned to a law meant for genuine national emergencies, freezing assets, blocking transactions in crises, to justify these wide-ranging duties on imports from virtually every trading partner. The court is saying no, that stretch goes too far. Why does this matter so urgently? Because billions in duties have already been collected, companies have been paying up, passing costs along, or eating losses. If the tariffs fall, questions of refunds, economic ripple effects, and what the administration does next become immediate. And let's be clear, this isn't just about dollars. It's about where the line sits between Congress's constitutional authority over commerce and tariffs and what a president can claim under emergency statutes. The framers put taxing power with the legislature for a reason: accountability, debate, checks. Was the president's move a bold defense of American workers or an overreach that sidestepped Congress? The court has spoken, and it's a firm check. We'll keep digging as more details emerge from the opinion. Stay with us. This story is developing fast, and the implications are enormous for businesses, consumers, and the balance of power in Washington. Fallon, Lisa, any early read on how the justices frame the core question? From what I'm seeing, Anna, the opinion stresses that when Congress hands over authority for something as significant as tariffs, it has to be explicit. Records indicate the 1977 law focuses on regulating transactions and assets in true emergencies, not rewriting trade rules through duties. Exactly. And the majority appears to lean on principles like the Major Questions Doctrine, requiring clear congressional sign off for actions with vast economic impact. This ruling doesn't touch every tariff the administration has put in place, only those tied to IEP. But those represent a huge chunk of the recent wave. We're watching markets react already. Companies that challenge these measures are likely breathing easier tonight, but the administration could pivot to other legal tools. The dissenters, Thomas, Alito, Kavanaugh, seem to argue the president had more latitude under the statute's language. We'll have full analysis coming up, including what this means for ongoing trade fights, potential congressional responses, and whether the White House pushes back hard. For now, the message from the bench is unmistakable. Emergency powers have limits, and this use crossed them.